Well, we're in this moment, and what Sunday Joe was talking about, how there's a lot of heavy hearts right now and a lot of brokenness that a lot of people are experiencing. I just want to give you guys some encouragement. A passage in the Bible that multiple times has spoke to me, and it's in Luke chapter 7, and it's when Jesus raises the son that had passed away. He raises this boy back to life, but the part of the scripture that really speaks to me in my moments of heartache. It says, as Jesus approached the village, he met a multitude of people in a funeral procession who were mourning as they carried the body of a young man to the cemetery. The boy was his mother's only son, and she was a widow. When the Lord saw the grieving mother, his heart broke for her. With great tenderness, he said to her, "Please don't cry." And I know I've read those scriptures before, but several years ago, we experienced our second miscarriage, and I was supposed to be about 15 weeks along when I found out we didn't have the baby anymore. And these scriptures spoke to me so much, because all I needed was someone to identify with my pain and my grief. And so that goes to anybody experiencing the loss of a child, or the loss of a loved one, or an ended relationship, whatever that is. When the Lord saw the grieving mother, his heart broke for her. With great tenderness, he said to her, "Please don't cry." And I'm reading in the Passion Translation, and when you look at the footnotes, it says the Greek word, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but splachinosamai, it denotes the deepest level of compassion. There is no greater word in the Greek language to describe the depth of emotion Jesus felt for this widow over the loss of her son. Jesus' emotions fully identified with the grief, and he carried her sorrow. And then another verse down, it says that he stepped up to the coffin and touched it. And when the pallbearers came to a halt, Jesus said to the corpse, "Young man, I say to you, arise and live." And to me, that just speaks to like all of our hearts, right? In our moment of grief, where we just feel like our heart is shattered, Jesus comes along and he grieves along with us because he loves us and cares for us so much. But then he says, arise and keep living. And I just want to encourage you guys with that this morning.